Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your July 2019 reading from my heart to yours. I hope that this message reaches you and brings you clarity and hope and empowerment into your life. And if you vibe with this message, please subscribe to it, give it a thumbs up. That way you can be notified of any future readings that I offer. We'll be looking at the energy coming in and out of the month of July and looking at the things to work on during this month. We'll also look at romantic relationships and connections to different zodiac signs in the month of July. And so I'm saving the heart for last, although sometimes in the readings the heart has shown up first. But I'm going to make sure I blend in the general with the love reading. And so this just kind of came out. And what I feel like this came out for is just to talk about, like, yours is really going to be a good blend. I feel like this is a jumper, not to stay out, but just to bring a message as I was talking about, we're going to talk about the general reading and we're going to talk about the romance. It feels like maybe Gemini right now that you're looking in a lot of different areas in your life, searching for answers. And I really think that this reading is going to give you clarity and a new perception on all areas. So that message felt to be delivered separately from this message, okay? We're going to get you your milk and honey. Okay, Gemini? All right. So coming into July, if not feeling like I just said, there's like so much you want to explore. Maybe over the rest of June, because I am filming this in June, of course. Maybe the rest of June you figure some of it out, but let's see how you are energetically coming into July. It's like, when is this going to end? What is happening? Just like we just said, like, and I feel like this might have come up for you in a recent reading too, like, why is this continuing? Where are my answers? This is the same old that I've been experiencing, and I just want it to shift. Like, what am I supposed to do kind of energy. Oh my goodness gracious. And then we have round and round, which, is again, when is this going to end? When is this going to shift? Okay. July for you, Gemini, seems like it's like you're looking for a way out, but you're not necessarily either seeing things clearly enough to get out. Maybe your perception is skewed, or you're not feeling confident enough to move out of the situation. The round and round feels like it's in a much more positive light than the never-ending story. But nonetheless, let's look deeper into what you're going to be experiencing in July about this, this never-ending story, this cycle that you're in, okay? How is it going to shift? What do you need to shift it? This could be in relationships. It could be career. I feel like there's a lot you want to know, and I want to give that to you. And, please reach out for additional help, Gemini, okay? I'm here for you. All right. So let's go with that first one. Six of Swords. Come, I'm here for you. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely all about, like, moving. Like, I need to go. I need to get moving. I need to change things. I need to shift things. Are you coming with me? Kind of energy. Then we have the Ten of Swords. It's been a struggle. It's been a real struggle for you, Gemini. Like, figuring this out, tying down this this dragon, if you will, this situation. It's been difficult. Oh man, yeah, it's been difficult. We have the Devil. Like, there's some things you're telling yourself, Gemini, that's keeping you stuck in this never-ending story and this cycle, this round and round, okay? It's like, I need to get out of here. I need to go. I need to get out of this cycle that I'm in, except I've mastered a lot of my demons, but I don't know how the hell to get out of here. And the reason why you don't know how to get out of here, Gemini, is because this devil card is like, it's just controlling you, these fears, these limiting beliefs, these untruths that you keep thinking are true. It's not. And as long as you allow for these three cards to impact your life, the more you're going to be stuck in this circle. I think July seems like the month where you're just tired of it and you're just ready to make a change and make a shift. And hopefully, like, it feels uncomfortable enough for you to make a move. Because sadly and unfortunately, when we're in our comfort zone, we're just like, this feels good. I'm just going to stay here. I like how this feels. And, like, it's great. I'm not saying I don't want you to feel comfortable and, supported and strong. I do want you to feel that. But there's a difference of, like, feeling comfortable in a situation where it's time for you to grow from, and feeling comfortable in a situation because you're growing in it and you've accepted it. I feel like you're in a situation that's not really allowing for you to grow, and it feels stuck. And, we're going to just continue to look deeper on how to, like, kind of get out of this. Okay, so we have easy does it. With this, I gotta go. So, maybe you're trying to control a situation a little too much. Maybe you're, trying to stay at a job when you should be walking. Maybe you're trying to walk away from something that you should be staying. And the difficulty of that is navigating your experience and figuring out what it means for you, okay? But when you're ready to go, and you're running away from something or someone, make sure it's the right something or someone, okay? I would just say try to recognize that when a door opens for you, walk through it. Don't just continue to sit when there's an opportunity swirling. Whatever that opportunity is, allow for it to open for you, and when it does, take it, okay? So with the 10 of Wands, we have patience, please. So here you are, like, these energies are, it's interesting. I'm just going to pull the third card because I just want to know. Flower power. Flower power, which is all about nature and being still. So, okay, this makes sense. Like, the tarot cards are indicating that there's some place that you're going to shift to. There's a relationship you're going to shift out of. There's a home environment you're going to move from. There's a job situation you're going to move on from. You know that. And it's like, you've been telling yourself stories that keep you stuck there, even though you know it's not right for you and you know you want to move forward. It's just like you're telling yourself that you belong there, or this is the way it is. Like, it's this never-ending story that you're telling yourself. Like, you're not really looking at the situation clearly, because you have all of these things that you're telling yourself. But if you can just chill out a minute, like, just chill out and be patient. And when I see flower power, to me, that's about, connecting with nature, and things that are, outdoors. It's also, there's like this little kind of kid fairy that's indicated on the card. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of water. So to me, this is like really connecting with your children or your inner child or children in your life. She's putting little dewdrops on the flowers. I feel like there's a lot of nurturing. So it's like you need to really care about yourself and take care of yourself, and your habits need to be a bit happier, healthier, maybe happier too. Your habits need to be a bit healthier. I took a sip of water right before I noticed that there were water droplets on the flower. So, like drinking enough water, eating enough fruits and vegetables, eating food that feels good, not consuming toxic ingredients, all of those things are going to help you shift. And I feel that you want to shift, And I feel that you know that you want to shift. It's just you are not confident in making that shift at all. So I'm praying for you in that aspect, okay? Let July be that month where it might feel uncomfortable. It really might. And that's okay, because it's only going to shift when you feel uncomfortable enough to make a decision. All right? So let's look at the love part of things. Now, these could be people that are these signs, we start with Aries and Gemini. This could be time frames, so maybe during the Aries season, Gemini feels this. It could also be wherever, Aries shows up in your chart that you're working on something. So it's going to be individually based for you, but collectively read for all, okay? So you're going to have to do a little bit of work there or send me a message. Okay. So Gemini and Aries is where we start. Playfulness. So this is what we've just been talking about, keeping things really, with the flower power, coming into a place of lightheartedness in order to shift things from this heaviness that the Devil card brings, and really all of them, Six of Swords and the Ten of Wands and the Devil. In order to shift that, we really need to tap into our playful energy, tap into our inner child. Pairs nicely with our inner child that we discussed earlier. Really allow for your spirit to come through and be fun and lighthearted and, creative. Really try to let your creativity flow. Maybe enjoy some music or painting or coloring or dancing, all of those things. Like, where does your heart feel playful, Gemini? That's where you want to put your focus. And Aries is reminding you of that, okay? Next, we have Taurus energy. Taurus and Gemini is passion. And so, it's interesting. Passion can definitely be that passionate connection. Coming up after playfulness, I'd say, like, somewhere you've lost your passion. And you need to find that. Passion can be, romantic and fiery and steamy and sexy. And passion can also be, like, angry and frustrated and aggressive. So as you stay grounded in the Taurus energy, but yet your heart stays at a playful place, that's when your passion is going to be able to guide you, because you're going to have enough sense to let it guide you in the direction of what makes you feel good. And so that's what I feel like this passion card is bringing to you. All right, Gemini. Next is Gemini. So Gemini and Gemini is usually a deeper message or reflection for Gemini. It could also be if you have a Gemini relationship in your life, of course. All right, Gemini and Gemini. Soon, okay? So I feel like this is like the 10 of Wands. Patience, please. It's like, I am done. I need to move on. When is this going to end? Very soon. Your answer here is very soon. And this message on it says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. What is it that you want? Do you want the situation that you're in? Like, does this feel like what you really want? If it's not, get going. Get on with it. You don't need to be there anymore. There's nothing holding you there but you. There is nothing holding you there but you, Gemini, okay? So if you don't like this cycle that you're in, and I hope you don't, July is going to be a real, I don't know, bitch, I guess. For a real lack of better words, it's just the word that I keep healing. Yeah, exactly. Hearing. Like, there needs to be some healing there. Like, what is it that you want? You're the only one keeping you in this cycle, Gemini. You got to get out of it. What you want can happen, and it can happen fast, but you have to decide what it is that you want so that it can come to you. All right? Okay, next is Cancer and Gemini. Cancer energy and Gemini, which Cancer energy is in July. So this could be an indicator of what's going to be happening also in July in your relationships and in love. So this is stay optimistic about your love life, which is what we've been talking about. We've been talking about, remembering that positivity and, shifting our thinking so that we can get out of these cycles of doubt and disconnect and really get into a place of connection. If you realize there's like nobody in this picture, like she's kind of offering, she's offering goodness and she's offering what, these flowers, right? So maybe, I don't know, give somebody flowers. Give a Cancerian energy some flowers, or give someone flowers in July. I don't know. But it feels like there's an offering in July. There's nobody in this picture. So I feel like maybe the person who you're meant to be with isn't in the picture yet, or isn't clearly in the picture. And the more you can offer yourself from your heart and be optimistic about the connection, the quicker and easier it's going to shift. Okay? All right, so next we have Leo energy, which is also like the end of July. So this could also be energy about July. It could also be about a Leo that's in your life. All right. So Gemini and Leo. Give your relationship a chance. So maybe there's a Leo that is in your relationship and you need to give it a chance, or maybe Leo season towards the end of July, things start to shift in your relationship. Like it does feel that way. As I say, towards the end of July, I can automatically, in relationships, it feels like freedom. And really getting back to what you love. Like, look at that embrace. It is just so strong of a connection, and it's a loving connection. Like, if you're not feeling that in a relationship that you're in, or if you're not in a relationship, because remember the card before this showed that the person was not in the picture. Towards the end of the month, it feels like the person will be in the picture, okay? Next, we have Virgo energy. Virgo wants you to look at like religious factors. Maybe there's a Virgo in your life that can help you with your spiritual path, your connection to God, your connection to the universe, angels, your higher self, whatever word feels comfortable for you. I'm not here to give you that word. I'm just here to give you hope that there really is a divine creator and spirit that is helping you along the way and wants the very best for you. And if you can figure out what that looks like for you, like the card earlier that said decide what you want, decide who you are. Decide, do you have faith or do you not? Do you believe or do you not? And when you can figure that out, God's going to play a really big role in all the reconciliation and healing that needs to happen in your life. And again, Virgo season isn't so far from July. It's in August. We'll get there for your August reading. So maybe there's a really big spiritual awakening coming for you in the month of August. And it kind of begins in July. Like, what are you aware of? What are you faithful to? Okay. Next, we have Libra. Libra and Gemini. I pulled the two, so let's look at them. This could be the one, and romantic feelings. So, okay, maybe there's a Libra that feels like this could be the one, and you feel romantic about them. It could also be, what I think is important is that it says, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So maybe you've met someone that you feel is the one for you. Remember we said earlier, but they weren't in the picture maybe. Maybe they aren't in the picture because you don't recognize them to be in the picture. Maybe they're a Libra, or maybe this message is just important for you. That there is someone in your life that you're just not acknowledging as being the one, and they are. They are it. and they're asking or waiting or opening up their romantic feelings to you. And maybe that can be a bit confusing. And maybe that's why the devil comes in and, tells you not to believe it or not to open up your heart. But I am telling you otherwise. I'm telling you to open up your heart and not to listen to that, okay? All right, next is Scorpio. Scorpio energy and with Gemini. Dun, 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 dun. So we have wedding, marriage. So maybe there's a Scorpio that you want to pop the question to, and I say, yeah, do it. And maybe, a Gemini is asking you and you're a Scorpio or whatever, and you need to say yes, yes. Maybe there is a wedding in July that you're going to that's going to be transformational in your relationship. Maybe your wedding is in July, and so there's going to be this, rekindle of a relationship in July. Wedding could also be about the commitment to friends and family that you've made, because when we get married or we go to a wedding, it's your closest friends and family. So to me, this is all about all of those energies that you experience at a wedding, and Scorpio is reminding that of you: the friends, the family, the commitment, the happiness, the love bubble, the fun. Most weddings are fun, right? Okay, next is Sagittarius and Gemini. So if there's a Sagittarius in your life, you might be separating from them. If you're separated from a Sagittarius, maybe you're going to work on that separation in July. But there's some energy around Sagittarius and separation. And sometimes we need to separate, so that we can have a clearer vision on our path. And sometimes that separation doesn't have to be for a long time, or sometimes it is. But what I feel like is that there's some light coming in. You just kind of need to pull the curtain back and let it through, okay? And so that separation, the Sagittarius is reminding you that separation is going to help with that. All right, next we have Capricorn. And again, religious factors. So this came up twice, but I would say this is an important message for you, Gemini. Really tap into that spirituality and your belief system. What are your beliefs? And of course, we've got never-ending stories. So like, if you don't have faith, or you don't come from a place of, having thoughts that inspire you and are rooted to a divine belief of some sort, then you're going to feel like nobody's on your side, you have no support, it just doesn't feel right. That's going to constantly affect you, okay? So really look into what your beliefs are, your spiritual beliefs, your religious connection to God, universe. Like I said, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm just telling you that there's something to believe in, okay? Next, we have Aquarius and Gemini. Worth waiting for. So Aquarius is reminding you of the divine timing of your life, and that there is a relationship in your life that is worth it, that this worth waiting for. It's not a relationship that you're in right now, because you're not waiting for anything. But there's a relationship in your life that's been worth waiting for, and they're going to teach you why they are worth waiting for. You're going to understand why it was worth waiting for. Maybe there is something in your current relationship that you want to shift, and there's a reason why you're waiting. And their divine timing pairs with that religious, beliefs and that spirituality. If you don't believe in the divine and that there is a perfect time of the divine, then you're not going to believe that there's something worth waiting for. But there is. There is. And finally, we have Pisces and Gemini. Well, that's the one. I just dropped it. Okay, and that is attraction. Pisces is reminding you, again, this is another solitude card. I feel like a lot of these cards were in solitude. So in order for you to attract what you want in life, really take some time to stop and smell the roses. Really be present. Really allow yourself to connect and accept what is. And while you're in that moment of connection, you're really going to feel what's true, and you're going to get clarity on what's best for you. Okay, so I know that this is going to be perhaps a challenging month for you, Gemini, as you really start to navigate. I'm ready to move on, but I can't do it the wrong way. So I have to be patient, and I have to, take diligent steps forward, but not be crazy about it, and really let God open up the doors for me. And when those doors open, Gemini, take that step forward. Take that step in. All right? Don't be afraid. So here's some healing guidance for you. And we have self-love. And this pairs really nice with that Devil card, because if you're letting these thoughts, these devil thoughts and beliefs cloud your mentality, you are going to be stuck in these never-ending cycles going round and round and round. And the only way to get out of that is to love yourself a little bit deeper. Know that you are loved. Be still in the moment that you're in so that you can see who loves you and who's in your corner. And then when the time is right and God opens up that opportunity, take that step forward. Okay, Gemini, I wish you all the best blessings. Take care.